For AMC audiences who don't know much about Wreck-It Ralph yet, tell us about the story.
Well, I play Wreck-It Ralph, and he's a guy who exists in a video game. He's a video game character from an old arcade game from like the late 70s or early 80s. And he's the bad guy. He wrecks buildings. The name of the game is called Fix-It Felix Jr., and Jack McBrayer voices the character of Fix-It Felix. And people who play the game try to fix the building, they manipulate Felix, and I try to wreck it. And after 30 years of doing this in this arcade, Ralph kind of has a crisis and just starts to feel like, wouldn't it be nice to be loved for once? Is that too much to ask? Because the people in the game are afraid of him, and he's an outcast in his own game. So he decides to set off on a journey and leave his video game, which is forbidden in the world of video game characters. You can't leave your game. And he sets off into some other games that he's just really not prepared for, including some heavy kind of sci-fi sort of games and other places. And it's a great journey film about finding out who you really are.
It's one of the most creative concepts I've heard for a movie in a long time. But you know, it really touches on this love and nostalgia a lot of us have for these 80s video games and these style of video games. Why are we so attached to these types of games?
Because we spent all of our money when we were kids, 1 quarter at a time. I remember thinking like, why am I getting worse at Pac-Man the more money I spend on it? Why? Anyway, yeah, I think, yeah, you just spend a lot of time, and then there's also this inherent mystery with video games, like, how does it do that? What's happening? How does it know? In Galaga, or Galaga, how does it know when I'm going to juke to the right? So, yeah, I guess this movie taps into that and takes you behind the scenes behind some of these classic sort of games. And then, once you are behind the scenes, it doesn't look like the old games anymore. Suddenly it gets a lot more three-dimensional.
All right, well, listen, congratulations on the film. We cannot wait to have it on AMC screens.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
My pleasure.
Take care.
Take care.